From Carlisle High School, we have Max Stevens.
Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold. The sea is calm tonight. The tide is full. The moon lies fair upon the straits. On the French coast, the light gleams and is gone. The cliffs of England stand, glimmering and vast, out in the tranquil bay. Come to the window. Sweet is the night air. Only from the long line of spray where the sea meets the moon-blanched land. Listen. You hear the grating roar of pebbles, which the waves draw back and fling. At their return up the high strand, begin and cease, and then again begin, with tremulous cadence slow, and bring the eternal note of sadness in. Sophocles, long ago, heard it on the Aegean, and it brought into his mind the turbid ebb and flow of human misery. We find also in the sound a thought, hearing it by this distant northern sea. The sea of faith was once, too, at the full, and round earth's shore lay like the folds of a bright girdle furled. But now I only hear its melancholy, long, withdrawing roar, retreating to the breath of the night wind, down the vast edges, drear and naked shingles of the world. Ah, love, let us be true to one another. For the world, which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. And we are here as on a darkling plain, swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clash by night.
My friends, as it has been proven in the laboratory, an empty pair of dance shoes will sit on the floor like a wart until it is given a reason to move. Those of us who study inertia, those of us covered with wild hair and sleep, can state this without fear. The energy in a pair of shoes at rest is about the same as that of a clown knocked flat by a sandbag. This you can tell your friends with certainty. A clown flat on his back is a lot like an empty pair of dancing shoes. An empty pair of dancing shoes is also a lot like a leaf pressed in a book. And now you know a simple truth. A leaf pressed in, say, The Colossus by Sylvia Plath is no different from an empty pair of dance shoes, even if those shoes are in the middle of the Stardust Ballroom with all the lights on and hot music shakes the windows up and down the block. This is the secret of inertia. The shoes run on their own sense of the world. They are in sympathy with the rock the kid skips over the lake after it settles to the mud. Not with the ripples, but with the rock. A practical and personal application of inertia can be found in the question, whose turn is it to take out the garbage? An empty pair of dance shoes is a lot like the answer to this question, as well as book-length poems set in the Midwest. To sum up, an empty pair of dance shoes is a lot like the sand the 98-pound weakling brushes from his cheeks as the bully tows away his girlfriend. Later, when he spies the coupon at the back of the comic book, he is about to act upon a different set of scientific principles. He is ready to dance. Thank you.
We have actually had a tie in the top 4, so there will be 5 of you that will go on to the next round. And at this point, I'm not going to tell you the scores, so you're all very close. I'll just tell you that much. So in the top 5, we have London Stever, Max Stevens, Ellen Davis, Natalie Snyder, and Emily Wu. And I will call you up, so now you're going to be in a different order. Judges, are we ready? Okay. We are going to start with Natalie Snyder. Cumberland Valley High School.
Alone with our madness and favorite flower, we see that there really is nothing left to write about. Or rather, it is necessary to write about the same old things in the same way, repeating the same things over and over for love to continue and be gradually different. Beehives and ants have to be re-examined eternally, and the color of the day put in hundreds of times and varied from summer to winter for it to get slowed down to the pace of an authentic saraband and huddle there, alive and resting. Only then can the chronic inattention of our lives drape itself around us, conciliatory and with one eye on those long, tan, plush shadows that speak so deeply into our unprepared knowledge of ourselves, the talking engines of our day.
From Carlisle High School, Max Stevens.
The Oldest Living Thing in L.A. by Larry Levis. At Wilshire and Santa Monica, I saw an opossum trying to cross the street. It was late. The street was brightly lit. The opossum would take a few steps forward, then back away from the breath of moving traffic. People coming out of the bars would approach, as if to help it somehow. It would lift its black lips and show them the reddened gums, the long rows of incisors, teeth that went all the way back beyond the flames of Troy and Carthage, beyond sheep, grazing rock-strewn hills, fragments of ruins in the grass at San Vitale. It would back away delicately and smoothly, stepping carefully as it always had. It could mangle someone's hand in 20 seconds. Mangle it for good. It could sever it completely from the wrist in 40. There was nothing to be done for it. Someone or other probably called the LAPD, who then called animal control, who woke a driver, who then dressed in mailed gloves, the kind of thing small knights once wore into battle, who gathered together his pole with a noose on the end, a light steel net to snare it with. Someone who hoped the thing would have vanished by the time he got there. Thank you.
From Covenant Christian Academy, Ellen Davis.
Zoom by Simon Armitage. It begins as a house, an end terrace in this case. But it will not stop there. Soon it is an avenue which cambers arrogantly past the Mechanics' Institute, turns left at the main road without even looking. And quickly it is a town with all 4 major clearing banks, a daily paper, and a football team pushing for promotion. On it goes, oblivious of the planning acts, the green belts, and before we know it, it is out of our hands. City, nation, hemisphere, universe, hammering out in all directions until suddenly, mercifully, it is drawn aside through the eye of a black hole and bulleted into a neighboring galaxy, emerging smaller and smoother than a billiard ball, but weighing more than Saturn. People stop me in the street, badger me in the checkout queue, and ask, what is this? This that is so small and so very smooth, but whose mass is greater than the ringed planet. It's just words, I assure them, but they will not have it. Thank you.
Okay, we have tallied the scores. We're going to start with our runner-up and then our winner. Then we will, and when you come up, if your teacher is here with you, teachers, please come up with them. And the runner-up and the winner come onto the stage. Jamie's going to give you your certificates. And then I will be naming all of the rest of the students. Come up one at a time with your teachers if possible. And just stay on the stage for a moment for some pictures. Our runner-up this evening is Emily Wu from Hershey High School. And our winner this evening, oh, we'll wait for you can come on up. Our winner this evening is Max Stevens from